Good morning, my friends and family. Welcome back to the channel. We are less than 24 hours out from the next Vossen drop. We have about 25 new items dropping tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll throw everything up on the screen. Super stoked for this drop. First drop of 2022, less than 24 hours out. First link down in the description box below. We got like probably a foot of snow last night. Bad part about it is I cannot do anything in the shop until we get our lot plowed. BRZ, FRS, S2K, none of those will do anything in all the snow. So it is gonna be a while before we can move any cars around. What we can do in the meantime though, go ahead and open up some boxes. I know all of these parts are for our new BRZ, which I'm super excited for, to be honest. We got some stuff from Grimspeed, and then we have two other random boxes, which I think it might be some exhaust stuff for the BRZ as well. So Grimspeed sent over a ton of parts for an older, the first gen BRZ. We do not know if it's gonna fit the new gen. So I'm kind of doing like some testing, I feel like, you know, maybe some R&D, I guess you could call it. So we have an intake right here. So it's gonna be pretty cool if this guy fits. And then in this box, I have no clue what they sent me. There's nothing on the outside. So I guess this is just a surprise of parts for the car. And then they did send out one more box, which I do not know when it's gonna arrive. It got delayed due to weather, which makes no sense because the other two came and that one didn't. But let's open everything up and let's hope some stuff fits the new gen BRZ. Dude, they freaking hooked it up. Let me show you guys everything that we got. I'm hoping that fits. I think everything else is gonna be like a no-brainer, easy fit. Intake, a little bit sus, a little bit sketchy. We have a hood strut kit. Nobody likes a hood prop. Those things are whack. Hood struts are the way to go. A front license plate, I guess you call it block off. For some reason, Subaru just had to put this big old lump on the front bumper. Ah, damn. Oh wait, she'll fit. It doesn't fit the factory screw holes. If I remember correctly, how they have this set up is the outer ones are for like if you're in Japan, and these little dimples right here is for a US license plate. That does look quite a bit better. I'm definitely gonna run that. Beautiful. We have an alternator shroud. We have a oil cap, which this looks like a giant bolt, which is pretty freaking cool. And they also provided us with a nice, beautiful battery tie down. So all this stuff right here, I can go ahead and get this installed while the car's on the ground. Of course, the exhaust components, we do need to get the car up on the lift. So let's go ahead and start putting some stuff on this car. The shitty part about all this is like, I can't really do any testing with the intake or anything as far as like how it sounds, see if we got any horsepower out of it. It'd be really cool to get this car on a dyno, like before and after each mod, but I don't have a dyno. Bader has a dyno. Bader, can we put my car on your dyno? That looks so much better than just a big blank bump on the bumper. I like it. Next up, let's do some stuff in the engine bay. Get the oil cap on, get that alternator cover on, battery tie down on, hood struts. Those things are gonna be a game changer. If these guys are really high quality like I'm expecting, I might swap the FRS ones out for a set of Grimspeed. Those are, I forget where I got them. Yeah, I don't know the brand, but they're kind of floppy and these look beefy. So we got the factory air box off. If the Grimspeed box fits in the bay and the holes line up, I think we should be in luck. And look at that. Hole down there lines up and the hole up here lines up. This thing should work. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get it bolted in. Actually, we do need to pull off some stuff off of this air box. The rubber inserts with the metal spacers. We need those. We need the MAF, and I think that should be it. We are so close to completion on the intake. Literally a millimeter away from having it done. Everything fits. Went to go ahead and install the MAF. MAF for the 22 is quite a bit bigger than the first gen. Damn it, so close. I was thinking about just drilling out that hole, but the bolt holes don't line up either. Everything's completely different. I also had the idea of pulling the MAF off of that car, but then I think it'd probably throw everything off being that the MAF is completely different. So looks like the airbox, it's a close fit, but it's a no-go. It's so damn close. Factory airbox is now back on. Probably gonna have to wait a bit until Grimspeed can get their hands on a 22 and get that MAF situated. Everything else was good to go, so freaking close. Let's go ahead and move on to the alternator belt cover. This guy's gotta fit. I don't know why it wouldn't. Alternator cover wasn't a perfect fit from the first gen. Holes were too close by, I would say, about a 1/4 inch total. So I slotted each hole out an 1/8 inch-ish, just kind of guessing. And now she fits and looks absolutely beautiful. I wish the intake would have fit. So indeed it does fit. If I couldn't get it to fit, I was just gonna go ahead and slap it on this crusty car. Dang, this thing is dirty. I probably still will pick one up for this car in the future, but yeah, there she is, boys. A little bit of slotting action and she is a go. I didn't want to take an L on the alternator cover because the airbox didn't fit, and I know the next part, the very last part, the hood struts, already tested them. Unfortunately, they don't fit either. Let me show you guys why. So this piece right here is the part that is supposed to bolt to the hood, and the holes on the 22 are much closer than the first gen. So I'll show you guys how it would fit on first gen because I already tested this out. This bracket right here would bolt on, it's kind of hard to see because they're in the way, but it would bolt on to the hood bolts there. And as you can see, the first gen is much further apart than the second gen. So I guess my wish came true. Grimspeed brackets and hood struts are gonna go onto the FRS. And then being that the hood struts that we have on the FRS currently, they're kind of like a universal thing, if I remember correctly. They only bolt onto one bolt of the hood bracket. So I'm gonna put the Grimspeed on here, and then I'm gonna take these universal ones and put those on the 22 until somebody comes out with a nice set for the 22. Really trying to make everything work. There's no way we can make the intake work, but everything else, we're making it work. We just keep freaking taking L's today. Struts are way too long. The hood opens very, very, very far. They're so freaking long that is the farthest it closes now. So unless we find another hole, that sounds sus, we probably won't be able to use these struts at all. Well, I tried. No go on the struts. We got 4 of the parts to fit: battery tie down, alternator cover, oil cap, and the license plate delete. So that's pretty cool there. All of these Grimspeed parts that we just installed, I'll have linked down below. We do have some more parts, 2 more boxes to open up, see what we got. Pretty sure it's the front pipe and over pipe, and we can get this thing on the lift and get them installed. Next up on the agenda, over pipe and front pipe. Let me show you how she sounds currently with headers, Toei headers, and the MXP Comp RS catback. She does sound really, really good, but I think it's gonna sound better without our resonator and without the cat that's chilling up there. This little carpet skid plate is gonna have to come off. The aluminum one up front comes off, and then we should be able to remove the front pipe and the over pipe. First cold start for the boys, complete exhaust. Headers, front pipe, over pipe, cat back. Cold start on this thing is so freaking ridiculous. I don't know why. The FRS has never sounded this like raspy, just gnarly at cold start. For some reason, the 22 is just super, super loud. And then she idles down and it's not very loud at all. Definitely louder than before, definitely. I'm gonna get the carpet in the air, make sure we don't have any leaks, but yeah, front pipe and over pipe fit well from the first gen, if you guys are wondering. And it sounds good. Let's let it warm up a little bit and give her some revs. All right, well, you guys heard how this thing sounds. Let's add a turbo on real quick, AKA go fire up the FRS. This is an exact side-by-side comparison. Keep in mind, FRS is the FA20, BRZ is the FA24, but it's pretty wild how much a turbo will quiet down a car. I knew it'd quiet it down, like I said yesterday. Never in a million years thought it'd like cut it in half. That is gonna be a wrap for today. Everything that we installed, of course, I'll have a link down below for you guys. First person to DM me on Instagram that wants some hood struts, first gen FRS BRZ, hit me up. I'll strip them out to you. Peace out, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow.